Good morning and welcome to your early morning intuitive guidance. Happy Tuesday. Hope you're all doing well. We'll give it a minute here as everybody starts to pop on. I am Dr. Bonnie Nussbaum here with some words of wisdom to get your day off and rolling well. And we have a card from the Wild Offering deck today. And I'm going to augment it with something from, where did I find that? I just thought it was great, but I can't even remember where I found it. Good morning, Beth. Welcome, welcome. Glad you are here. You're the first one popping on today. So, not sure where I found that. It was 2 days ago? No, even more maybe 3 days ago. Waving back. Glad you're here. But it was a cool little thing that I'll share with you and I think will be helpful moving forward. So, I'm going to show you the cover of the deck. Wild Offering by Tosha Silver. Good morning, Cindy. Welcome. And I think you have this deck. So we'll see what you think. And it's one of the words, let's see how many cards there are. 52 cards. And it's one of the words that has popped up frequently and recently. Good morning, Carolyn. Welcome. So again, the odds are that a card showing up out of a 52 card deck 3-4 times repeatedly are not that high. So I like to think there's a divine hand in that, which is useful. So let's do some breath. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Letting your shoulders drop. Oh, I just felt my neck crack. In through the nose, out through the mouth. I have my pre-chiropractor visit for the trip today. Good morning, Joe Neal. Welcome. Glad you're here. And I have my post-trip chiropractor visit scheduled. One never knows what kind of shape one is going to be in on a trip. So just want to make sure everything is lined up as it's supposed to be. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Next one deeper. In through the nose. Hold briefly. Out through the mouth. You have this deck too, Carolyn, huh? Awesome. Wild Offering, Tosha Silver. Look out. And the pictures are all drawn by Katie Daisy. And the card that we have today has a bunch of what look kind of like sunflowers. Well, maybe daisies, I'm not sure. They're yellow, not white. But anyway, courage. Courage is our word for today. Good morning, Gwen. Glad you're here. Welcome, welcome. Welcome to anybody that I missed as I was talking here. Glad you're all here. Courage. That is our word for today. So another nice deep breath in. And out. But before I do that, good morning, Ruth Ann. Glad you are here. Ganesh, the back of the card. Just got to share Ganesh, the overcomer of obstacles. So if you're feeling an obstacle at this point, just breathe into this picture of Ganesh. Let it go. Be in flow. Allow it to unfold. See what happens. Courage. Divine courage is not the absence of fear, but a nudge that says, keep going, do it, don't worry, all will be well, all will be well. You have to get quiet enough to hear it. So let's take a moment. I want you to just breathe. I'm going to be silent and I want you to listen. What did you notice? What did you notice? Welcome to those who came in as I had my eyes closed. Some of you might be saying, I didn't notice anything. Good morning, Paula. Welcome. Glad you're here. I just heard crickets. There was nothing. Don't worry about that. Just being in the silence for 3 breaths, 3 is good, is very healing. Is very focusing, is setting your internal self up for information to flow, for guidance, for support. Good morning, good morning. Thank you for the sunshine. So let's finish the card. Dear Divine, may I feel your courage and your will. So again, courage, I mean, it's obvious in the definition, but we don't often think about it. We think about people who are courageous not being afraid. There's no need for courage if you have no fear, right? You just do stuff. If you have that fear, Oh, thank you, Cindy, for posting our card. That's awesome. But you do it anyway. That is courage. A beautiful calmness. Love that. Love that. Love that. And is that not worthy of taking the time to do 3 breaths to feel a beautiful calmness? How wonderful. And the cool thing about it is your breath goes with you everywhere. So no matter where you are, you can be standing in an elevator, you can be waiting in line, you can be driving, wherever you are. 3 breaths, 3 breaths, and tune in. Just notice. Good morning, Barb. Welcome, welcome. So, how about for you? Where do you feel like you're at on being comfortable with fear such that you can step into courage? Good morning, Holly. Welcome, welcome. I haven't seen you in a while. Glad you're here. That you can step into courage, that you can feel some fear and do it anyway. And one of the things that I will suggest helps with courage is the breath, because everything moves on the breath. Good morning, Abigail. Welcome. Everything moves on the breath. So most of us, when we're afraid, what do? And that's the end of the breath. Get it moving again. Even if you're standing there, even if you're afraid, breathe. I did that the other day at the dentist. They have that new sonic tool. I'm not a fan of the sonic tool. I have them throttle it back, yes, but it's every once in a while they'll hit something that is not pleasant. So I was practicing my breath prior to her doing all the teeth. So what about for you? When are some times in your life when it'd be good for you to practice courage? Feeling fear, breathing through it, doing something anyway. Is there something on your plate right now that you've been avoiding? Yeah. Need Motrin before? Oh my goodness. Yeah. I tell them turn it down. Sometimes, if depending on which tooth they're on, it's like, you're done. Yeah, little much. What else? What else? Is it having a conversation with somebody, a crucial conversation where you're going, I don't think this is going to go well, but we need to talk about it. I sent something out, I don't know how many days ago, maybe 4 or 5 days ago, that I put on there to stir conversation. And it was about death and dying, and I sent it to my family. And one of my siblings sent back, sorry, I'm already in tears enough, basically saying, I don't want to talk about it. That is fine. That is fine. That's a choice. But it impacts how things happen down the road. To face that fear, to allow tears, to meet the conversation anyway, is life-altering. Life-altering. When we are willing to take a risk and do something. I'll share a big one with you from, I just finished up Jennifer Gray's book, Out of the Corner, and she talked about making the decision to be on Dancing with the Stars and how much fear she had about that. But she sucked it up and breathed through it and managed to not only do well, but to win. And not that the winning is the important thing. She was proving things to herself. But the point is, when we are willing to take the breath, to meet the challenge, whatever it is. Good morning, Sue. Glad you're here. Welcome, welcome. Take that breath, meet that challenge with a steady gaze. Do what you got to do. And then what the piece that I think is most important, you ready for this? Yes, the breath on the way in is important, but the patting yourself on the back on the way out is hugely important. Yay me, I did it. And don't let that little voice jump in and go, it was not a big deal. All you were doing was getting your teeth cleaned. All you were doing was X, Y, or Z. Kindly say to that voice, shut up. Thank you for your opinion, but I'm proud of myself that I did it. I was avoiding it. I was afraid of it. I didn't feel the courage. I sucked it up. I took the breath. I did it. I got through it. Yay me. Do a happy dance. I don't care. Do a happy dance, right? If we're going to have a pink elephant on a card, we can do a happy dance. Yes. Yes, exactly. Exactly. So, how do we do those things anyway? So, I want to share this little tool with you that I just read about, and I wish I could remember where I read it. Um, I'm, I think it was in one of the articles that was in this past Sunday's Sunday paper from Maria Shriver, and it was how to help ourselves deal with being less than perfect, deal with our foibles, deal with the things where, so I'll give you another one out of the book. In the movie Dirty Dancing, remember that iconic scene where she runs and jumps and he picks her up over? She avoided that. She was scared shitless. She did not want to do that lift. Avoided, till the very last day of filming, and then she finally did it. And she said she could feel everyone around her, all the other dancers, etc., going, come on, just do it. What's the big deal? Blah, blah. It's an incredibly difficult move, but she was avoiding it. So this little process here, I think, might be helpful. So what you do is when there's something going on, when you're avoiding something, when you've been an a-hole, when you haven't been your best self, it happens, right? We haven't been our best selves. What you say is, you say out loud what it is that's going on. So, I'm afraid to do the lift. How human of me. I'm afraid to talk to so-and-so. How human of me. I was just an a-hole. How human of me. The words are, how human of me. And you put it after whatever it is that you're feeling ashamed about, guilty about, fearful about, whatever it is. How human of me. Let's normalize this stuff, right? We all have these emotions. We do our best to kind of cover them up, blah, blah, Say you go to Disney World and there's the ride, the one that you're avoiding. And I'm not talking about It's a Small World, right? So, yes, how human of me. How human of me. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to others. So, let's say your spouse is an a-hole to you on a particular day. He was just an a-hole. How human of him. Then you're not going to make him the terrible, horrible, awful dude. I must get a divorce. He's such a jerk. You give him some grace. You allow that here and there he's going to have a bad day, a bad moment, whatever. That doesn't mean you have to put up with a bunch of crap, but it means you allow others to be human. Your kid has a meltdown, right? Good morning, Bobby. Glad you're here. Your kid has a meltdown. How human of her. How human of him. Whatever. So it sets you up to allow grace, to give yourself grace when you're less than perfect, to give other people grace when they're less than perfect, because guess what? We're human and we're all going to be less than perfect. So, how human of me. Have an awesome day, you guys. Practice your courage. If there's something you've been avoiding, maybe make that appointment. Maybe breathe and try it. Maybe do a little baby step in that direction. I'll read about it. Whatever it is. Practice some courage. Practice some courage with the breath and see what happens. See you again tomorrow. Remember, you're capable of far more than you think you are. Bye-bye.